Okay, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Frances Dunmeyer Franklin.
Uh-huh.
I went into service in 1943, and I got out in 4.5 years later. I can't figure that one out. And I spent time in the South Pacific during World War II, the garden spot of the universe.
And what did you do there?
I worked in offices.
Uh-huh.
They were tents. We slept in a tent. We ate in a tent, and that was our housing. Very glamorous.
And they went to the bathroom in the tent.
How about animals? Did any animals come in your tent?
You mean real animals?
Not not GIs do not count.
Well, listen to her.
Okay. All right, Caroline, it's your turn.
Caroline Wynn. I'm from Indiana, and I went into the Army because at that time the Army in 1962 said, join the Army, see the world. So I was a country girl, and I went to Alabama for basic training, and they taught me lots of things, including how to sleep standing up, because they didn't let you get much sleep. And so after basic, they sent me to an island in New York Harbor. It was wonderful. It was called, see, I'm getting old. But anyway, it's no longer in service. Verde Chapter. Was that the one in New York or the one in Hawaii? Anyway, they both had an S, and it was off the coast of New Rochelle. So then I had told everybody I joined the Army to see the world, and everybody else knew where they were going after being trained in public information, which was public relations. And they didn't seem to know where I was going, so I said, I don't understand. Why don't you know where I'm going? Well, the fact is they knew, but they didn't want to tell me. I was going to Indianapolis.
Well, you traveled all the way
there.
there.
Yes, I traveled 90 miles from home. They really showed me the world. So after I got to Indianapolis, I volunteered for Germany. And then I came down on a levee for Japan. But those two crossed, and they said I couldn't go either place because it got messed up, you see. So I stayed in Indianapolis for 3 years. And it really was the country club of the Army. It was great. But I didn't want to be in Indianapolis, so I re-upped and went to San Francisco. Ooh. The Presidio, right underneath the Golden Gate Bridge.
Right.
Yeah. And one of my favorite memories from Presidio was we had an office pool going where we put our money on when the next suicide was going off the Golden Gate. And then I spent 7 months there, and then they sent me to Oahu.
Oh,
where
Hawaii.
Yes, where I lived, I think, 20 miles from the beach. And I worked second shift in data processing, so I spent a lot of time on the beach.
Oh.
That's my war stories.
Okay, sounds good.